o'clock and lights out by 7:30, all right?
Right. All set?
I think so.
Every summer, Bernard's parents went away for a break on their own, and his grandfather came to look after him.
If there are any problems...
Don't worry about us, just enjoy yourselves.
Oh, thank you.
Grandad could be a little vague at times, but Bernard liked it when he came to stay, because the first thing he always said as the car disappeared from view was,
Well, Bernard, what would you like to do?
I'd like a game of cricket.
Well, as long as I can bowl first.
Grandad always seemed to have time to do whatever you wanted.
Yes!
Well played.
How about a game of Monopoly, Grandad?
Whatever Bernard wanted to play, Grandad was always happy to join in.
Come on, Grandad.
All Bernard ever had to do was ask.
This is the one that takes about 5 hours to finish, isn't it?
That's right.
Good.
Grandad not only played cowboys and Indians, but taught Bernard how to make smoke signals. With a real campfire.
We have to be very careful with this, so don't try it on your own.
Grandad. Grandad, look.
What? Oh, what's the matter?
My crane's broken, Grandad.
Oh, dear.
If Bernard had a toy that was broken,
We can't have that, can we?
Grandad always had time to look at it.
Well, I'll fix it.
Have you found out what's wrong yet, Grandad?
Yes, I think I have. I'll tell you what we're going to have to do.
Grandad always knew what to do.
Thanks, Grandad. It's fantastic.
Now, the car is,
We walked here, Grandad.
So we did. Well done, that boy. This way, is it?
Bernard hardly used his watch during Grandad's visit, but there were a few times when it was useful.
Thank you.
The watch saved some windows when they played cricket.
Oh, I thought... Well bowled.
And it was particularly useful the time Grandad set the garden on fire. Even though Grandad had been careful, he had not been careful enough. And it was only because Bernard had his watch that they were able to put out the flames.
Whoa! Good job we had that hose. Surely Hilary thought he'd escaped.
But most of the time, Bernard didn't need his watch. With Grandad, there seemed to be plenty of time for everything.
Hiding behind the tree, he could hear
At bedtime, Grandad would read for as long as Bernard wanted.
Looming out of the swamp, he saw a creature more ghastly than anything he could have imagined.
And the stories he chose were very exciting.
Its huge arms trailed the ground behind it, and the blank black sockets of its eyes stared in Edward's direction with a ferocious intensity. At its waist, it carried a belt made of shrunken heads tied together with dried grass, and in one hand, it held the Professor's arm. So that's what's happened to it.
And if Bernard woke up in the night from a bad dream...
Grandad?
Bernard.
Can I have something to drink, Grandad?
Grandad was always there.
Why don't you sit here? And I'll make us both a cup of hot chocolate.
Thanks, Grandad.
I've been reading a bit more of your book.
Yes?
You know the Professor lost his arms? He's lost his legs now as well. You remember the woman?
It didn't seem to matter what time it was, whether it was day or night. Whatever Grandad was doing, he was always happy to put it aside and look after Bernard.
I thought she was, when they pushed that stake through her. But apparently it was the wrong sort of wood. It was hickory, and that doesn't count. Anyway, she finds the Professor, and you know that sort of gungy stuff she can make come out of her fingers? Well...
Most of the people Bernard had met didn't seem to have enough time for themselves, let alone anyone else. But with Grandad, it had always been different.
And she goes for him with an axe. She gives this great sweep, and at first he thinks she's missed because nothing happens. Then his legs fall off.
Grandad was the only person Bernard knew who never said that he was too busy, or that he would do it tomorrow, or to ask someone else, but who always seemed to have time. Next day, when Grandad was digging a new bed to hide where the fire had been, Bernard asked him why this was.
Why have I got so much time?
Yes.
I'm not sure. I think most people have more time as they grow older.
More time?
Yes. In fact, when you get to my age, you've got so much of it. The best thing you can do is to give some of it to other people.
Like a present?
Exactly. Best present you can give to someone, your time. Now, what are we going to plant in here?
The one thing Grandad did not have time for was tidying up. He always said that was wasting time, and he saved it until the morning of the day Bernard's parents came home.
Grandad! Grandad!
What?
They're here!
Oh.
Mum and Dad, they're home.
What? Home? But they weren't supposed to be home till Thursday.
I think it is Thursday, Grandad.
But we haven't had a chance to clear up.
Oh, look at this place. Help me get this stuff in the kitchen, will you? Oh, look at this place. We have to clear it off.
We haven't got time, Grandad.
We have to, Bernard. If your mother sees all this, she'll never let me stay here again. Oh!
Bernard pressed the watch almost without thinking, but he wasn't quite sure what to do next. Before he could start time again, he had to work out some way to stop Grandad hurting himself when he landed on the floor. Bernard's first idea was to put cushions on the floor, but it still looked as if Grandad might hurt himself. And everyone would probably want to know how the cushions had got there. He had a better idea. And brought the armchair in from the sitting room. Bernard remembered Grandad had been worried about how untidy the room was.
If your mother sees all this, she'll never let me stay here again.
What happened? I thought... Have I been asleep?
Hello? Anyone home?
It's your parents. We've got... I have been asleep, haven't I?
Oh, it's good to be back. Hello, Dad. How's it been?
My word, someone's been working hard.
Oh, Dad, you shouldn't have bothered.
Well,
I'll put the kettle on. Will you go and get the luggage in, John?
Right you are.
did you do all this while I was asleep?
Well,
But, I mean, how long did it take?
it's all right, Grandad. It didn't really take any time at all.
Well, they seem to have enjoyed themselves.
They get on well, don't they? I've often wondered why.
You've seen Bernard's new garden.
Oh, yes. In the middle of the lawn.
Dad thought he ought to have somewhere of his own to plant things. Ah, that's where it is.
What?
He was looking for his book.
Oh, goodness. I hope he doesn't let Bernard get his hands on this.
Thanks. Well, I don't know how you put up with him, Dad, but we are very grateful.
Thanks, Dad. See you again soon.
You certainly will. Bye, Bernard. You take care of yourself now.
I will, Grandad.
Oh, I nearly forgot. Present for you.
Thank you.
Bye. Stop!
Thank you.
What's he given you then?
Oh, goodness. It's thyme.
What?
That's the name of the plant. It's called thyme. I suppose it's for your new garden.
To Bernard, the best present, thank you. What does he mean by that, best present?
Don't ask me.
But Bernard knew exactly what his grandad had meant.